Hello there, and welcome to Say It with Roz. Today I want to talk about black neighborhoods. And I want to encourage my black brothers and sisters to stop moving out of black neighborhoods, to consider preserving and uplifting the black neighborhood. It seems that as soon as people become prominent, or they get enough money to accomplish some things, they move away from their neighborhood. They move into white neighborhoods. And these white neighborhoods really don't want them there, More and more today, especially in today's climate, white people are expressing their desire to be in all white neighborhoods. They don't want you there. Okay? So I really think that you should stop moving into these neighborhoods and stay in your black neighborhoods. Build you a new house there, or fix up a house that's already there, and encourage your neighbors to do the same. I'm telling you, when you take pride in your home and your yard, other people around you will do the same. If they have any kind of pride about themselves, they will. I have seen that in my own neighborhood, and I don't live in a predominantly black neighborhood. The neighborhood that I live in is very mixed, but I actually think there's only maybe one or two white families, on my street, here. We have Spanish people, we have Asian people, a couple of Asian families that live here. I believe now it's probably more Spanish than anything. But we have black people living, in my neighborhood. And we all really get along really just fine, But I guess my point is, I don't live in an all-white neighborhood, where white people are looking upside my head, and expecting me to rob them at any moment, or to cause some ruckus, which I've never done anyway, I'm a very laid-back person. I mind my own business, I don't steal, I don't do things to harm my neighbors, and I keep my yard up. Actually, when I moved into this neighborhood, there were quite a few yards that didn't look like they were being kept up at all, and as a matter of fact, my neighbor next door, very seldom mowed their lawn. And, but I hired a yard man as soon as I moved here, and I've always gotten kept my lawn, neat and trimmed. And lo and behold, other people around me started doing the same thing. Now my neighbor's yard is always cut too. Everyone around me keeps their yard, in order. So, you can really encourage people, by setting a good example. Now, I know a lot of the reasons, one of the reasons that blacks say they want to move out of their own neighborhood is because of the crime, or, the neighborhood just doesn't look good, Well, duh. Why doesn't it look good? Because no one's staying there to make it look good. You know, a lot of people that are left in these neighborhoods are older people, you know, who have come up through the decades making minimum wage and probably don't even have a pension, you know. So they're not able to do all of these repairs on their home, you know. So it's up to the people that are there to help these people, you know. Will it kill someone to mow someone's lawn, you know, an older person who can't do it, or to do a few repairs around their home? I mean, if you're doing well, what is so horrible about helping your brother or your sister? You know, no one wants to help anyone these days. But my point, really, that I'm trying to make here is that black people need to take more pride in themselves and their own people, and they need to help build up and preserve their own neighborhoods. You know, they need to start businesses in these neighborhoods, bona fide, quality businesses, you know, that people will want to shop at, you know. They'll want to support your businesses and services. You know, you can even provide jobs for some people, you know. So I know there are some people in these neighborhoods, they're thieves, they're lazy, you know, whatever. You got to shame these people into doing better. You know, you got to make them look at themselves, you know. No one's trying to really encourage these people. All their, you know, I hear a lot of times some of these leaders, you know, they give excuses to these people, you know, that the reason the crime is so high or they're killing each other is because there's no hope, there's no jobs, there's no whatever. BS. You know, hardship is no reason to steal from your brother. Hardships is no reason to kill your brother. That is BS. If you can't find a job in your neighborhood, go outside of your neighborhood and get a job. If you can't find a job in your town, go to another town and find yourself a job. There is just no reason for some of the things that go on in some of these neighborhoods. You know, I hear so many depressing things about these Chicago neighborhoods, you know, the black neighborhoods where they're shooting each other up, killing each other. You know, these gangs going on, and the leaders are blaming it on no jobs, no hope, no resources. No what? I didn't have anything. I didn't go out and kill anybody. So it's just crazy, you know. I also find that, you know, a lot of black people, when they move out of their neighborhood, they look back and they say, oh, I'm so glad I don't live there anymore, you know. I don't know if that's the right attitude. You know, you'd rather move to a neighborhood where you're really not wanted than to stay with your own kind and try to educate them or to build that neighborhood up. It starts with us black people. It really does. And a lot of this laziness and not caring about the neighborhood and robbing and stealing from your black brothers and sisters. You shouldn't rob and steal anybody from anybody. certainly shouldn't be stealing from grandma down the road, stealing her little stuff because you're too sorry to go out and get your job. You're not courageous enough to go find work, somewhere else, even if it's in another town, So some of the things that white people say about black people are true, folks. I know you don't want to hear that, but some of it is very, very true. And shame on you for giving them reasons every day to speak these things. Have some pride, black people. Love your black brothers and sisters the way you're trying to force other races to love your brothers and sisters. Love yourself. Do something for yourself.